Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to That Broker Show, brought to you by Remen Wholesale. I have a really special guest with me this morning. I have with me Sam Royer, and he's the National Director of Heroes First Home Loans. And the reason that we have Sam on the call today, guys, is as you all remember that a past post that we had sent out that was quite popular was where we had discovered that there was a bill, specifically HR 3172, that was running around in Congress and was trying to make its way up the flagpole, which was a proposal to have a no down payment loan available, much like VA, for first responders. And so and everybody was interested in that, like, when's that going to happen? Like, when's that going to be available? When's that ready? Right. And I'm still getting feedback to this day, Sam, just so you know, people going, hey, any news on that? Well, here's the good news. We got Sam on the show today. Sam actually spearheaded this bill. So Sam, tell us where we stand. Like, tell us how you got it on the mark, how you got it into Congress, and then where we really stand now. And really, I back it up, why you decided to do this. I thought that was a good point that you brought up. And then how you got it started, who helped you get it started over there on the Hill, and then where you think it's at, and what's the help that you need to keep it going. So why'd you come up with this idea?
Well, a lot of reasons, Frank, and thanks for having me on. Ultimately, the Helper Act is something that I came up with a couple years ago. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I truly value the service that I did perform. I never served in combat, and I just was a gentleman that had a big heart for people that serve in our community, especially with how America is today. You know, backing the people that work in our community is so important, and it always was a struggle. Being a mortgage banker for 24 years now, you know, and I have a cop sitting across from me, and literally they have a sidearm, they have a bulletproof vest on, and they're sitting there trying to get financing. And, you know, I ask them, do you have money for your down payment? Where are you getting it from? Things like that. It was a struggle for me that I could buy a house as a veteran, 100% financing, no monthly mortgage insurance, and they couldn't. So a couple of years ago, I started just really trying to talk to everybody I knew, congressmen, congresswomen, whoever it may be, to see if there's some way that we can get some kind of program out there. Now, there is a Good Neighbor Next Door program, which does kind of help, but I can tell you, like, I just looked up the other day, there's 3 houses available in the state of Pennsylvania. There were 0 in the state of Florida. So it really isn't a program that honors those that serve. So what happened was a year ago, actually, it's been a year now, I went shooting with a congressman named John Rutherford from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, this gentleman, 41 years in law enforcement, 12 years as a sheriff of Jacksonville. And we went shooting, had a great time. He actually, you know, as a Marine, I should have hit everything. He missed one, and I missed about half of them. So I promise I didn't do that on purpose. Like, I didn't do it just to get in his good graces. But I asked him to do a Zoom call like this. And literally the next week, we talked for about, 10, 15 minutes. Within 2 minutes of me talking to this man, I said what we were trying to do. And he said, Sam, let me stop you for a second. He said 2 things. When I borrowed money from my parents when I was younger, there were 2 times. Once is when I had my first child. The other time is when I bought my first house. I'm on board. Whatever we need to do, let's get rolling, right? So that was July 24th was my first meeting with their office. And it took us a couple months to actually craft the legislation. We went through a lot of different committee people and so forth. But ultimately, the Helper Act did get put together. Helper stands for Homes for Every Local Protector, Educator, and Responder. So basically, law enforcement officers, be it local, state, federal, firefighters, and also educators, okay, and EMTs as well. Now, we just got that definition. Like I said, the Good Neighbor Next Door program, it already defines first responders as those individuals. So we crafted it kind of like the Good Neighbor Next Door program. But what we did was we took this and we said, listen, 100% financing, just like a VA home loan, no monthly mortgage insurance, so that the affordability factor is much more greater for them. And at the end of the day, the only thing that they have to do, there is an upfront mortgage insurance premium. That would be 3.6%, but it's financed just like FHA and VA is today.
So very similar to VA, except this would be under HUD's umbrella?
Correct.
Okay, so very much the same. So where do we stand now? You mentioned that you have some new supporters. Where does the bill stand today?
So right now we have 13 sponsors collectively, right? That's 7 Democrats, 6 Republicans. So we have states covered from Ohio, Florida, Texas, California, New York State. You know, these individuals have joined on to the fight. And what we're trying to do is get as many co-sponsors as we possibly can. How it works, and trust me, I've learned this through just kind of doing it, is that right now it'll sit in the Financial Services Committee on the House side. Ultimately, that committee would have jurisdiction over it. So we are trying to get as much support as we can so we can go to those individuals and say, look, this is really something that can change the world for cops, teachers, and firefighters. You know, let's roll, let's get it done.
Okay, so I think everybody wants to see this. So I know everyone who's watching is probably thinking, well, you know, hopefully you guys are thinking, well, how can I help? Right. So this is what I'll do, guys, is I'll put the details of the bill right down below. Okay. The name of the bill, it's HR 3172. I'll also draft just a quick little, you know, email note for you guys that you can copy and paste, and then put the link to how to reach your representatives, because we have links where you can reach your representatives in the House, where you could email them, copy paste this in, and say, hey, I really support this House bill, the Helper Act, HR 3172. So, you know, I really hope you'll support it as well. So we'll go ahead and put all that stuff down below. Now, this is in the House, right? But you said you were also drafting a sister bill for the Senate?
Well, we're trying to get there. Right now, we've reached out to Kristen Sinema's office from Arizona. She's on the Democratic side. She actually sits on the banking committee for the Senate. And then we've actually reached out to Senator Rubio's office as well to see if he'll join on, just being from Florida and whatnot. Something that, you know, we want to have a Democrat and Republican. Tomorrow, actually, I have a call with Senator Rubio's office again. If we can get that Senate companion bill, I mean, now you have something in both houses just going full speed ahead. So really, anybody out there that's listening, it's one of those things. You know, Heroes First Home Loans, who I represent, you know, it's not about us. At the end of the day, service is service. And we appreciate everybody that sits there and puts a uniform on, or sits there, teaches a child, or sits there and runs into a fire, right, when we're running out. So I don't care what company anybody works for, call your congressman, call your senator, send a letter, have some of the people that you serve, be it a cop or a firefighter or a teacher, have them write a letter about why something like this would help them out. We have honored, and trust me, I am a Marine. And at the end of the day, I love my service and I love the brothers and sisters I got to serve with. But there are people, you know, just recently a Daytona Beach police officer, Officer Rayner, got shot in the face, actually. And it's one of those things, that young man, and I say young man because he's 26 years old, literally has been a cop for about, I believe, 6 years collectively, but he's laying in a hospital bed right now. And at the end of the day, why I can't give him the same type of financing benefits that I had, you know, once he does recover, it's just something we have to change the country. And look, the other thing too is some people can say, oh my gosh, we're getting back to the days of 100% financing and this and that. You know, the VA home loan, as most of us know, is a very, very strong product. It's something that we've been honoring veterans and military members for 75 plus years now. Now it's time we really start honoring the people that serve in our community as well.
Great stuff, Sam. And you're right. You know, if anyone is concerned, oh, we're going back to 100%. Well, not really, because here what we're doing is we're qualifying for the loan. We're making sure that we can make our payment, right? We've got a qualified borrower looking to purchase the house, which is essentially what is happening with VA. And VA too, you have some residual income requirements, these types of things that can all get kind of put in place on this new program to make it a safe loan. Go ahead.
So there are things. So FHA limits will still apply. So whatever your FHA loan limit is in that area, that will still apply. The other thing is that they have to have 4 years of service within their field, be it EMT, teacher, firefighter, or police officer. So we're still qualifying them, just like you said, normal FHA guidelines, right? We're not asking FHA to really recreate the wheel. All we're asking is that they're giving that ability for the 100% financing, so they don't have to go find that 3.5%. and lose the monthly mortgage insurance. Look, they're paying a little bit more of a premium up front to get that loan. But if you look at it traditionally over time, they're going to automatically save $30,000 to $50,000 off the tail end of the loan. So they're saving. So it's literally a cheaper FHA program. Now, I am one of those people that always likes putting a negative with a positive. Only negative that could come out of this is that if that person sells their house within about 29 months, they literally have lost money because the FHA or the upfront mortgage insurance premium is a little bit more. But at the end of the day, after that 29-month mark, they're saving for the rest of the time they have a loan.
It's completely fair. It's a great program. It's really well put together, very, very thought through. Really appreciate the work that you've done on this, Sam. And so what we're going to do, guys, is obviously, Sam, you'll keep me posted, right, on any developments. And so I can get the word out to everybody who's watching. But what we're going to do, like I said, guys, I'll put the information down below. So right down below in the post, there's ways that you can engage with this and help support this, which is really needed right now. And let's look at it this way too, for all the originators that are watching, hey, it'll be a new product that can help you better serve your local community. So it benefits you in a great way too, because you'll be able to go out and roll this product out to all the local protectors and educators and responders that are out there. So good stuff. So Sam, thanks for being on the show. Really appreciate it.
Frank, I appreciate it.
All right, you guys, we'll keep you posted on what's going on. Again, the information's down below. And before I let you go, I want to remind you that if you're not working with Remen Wholesale yet, boy, you're just missing out. I know they're a strong supporter of programs like this, and they're certainly behind this, I know for sure. So to engage with them, over on your right-hand side, you'll see the Remen logo. You can click that and engage with Remen. They're here to help you out. They're super fast, great turn times. And also in the upper right-hand corner, there's an Access Remen button there where you can learn more about Remen Wholesale. Leave us your comments down below. Forward, share, and subscribe for free if you're meeting us for the first time. We'll catch you later here at That Broker Show, brought to you by Remen Wholesale. Thanks, Sam.